Hello, I'm Joe Crisara from ContractorSelling.com, and welcome to Joe TV, the place you go to change your thinking and grow your sales. Now, I firmly believe that to have a successful team, you first have to understand the individual players in detail, and then use your understanding of the players to forge a winning culture. But once you've taken the time to get to know each player, how do you get each individual to begin to do something different, change their results, and start moving in the right direction? As the coach, it's up to you to create the type of work environment in which each individual and the team can grow and improve their results. That being said, how do you get your team to put the lessons you have taught them into action? It sounds like a question for the ages, right? It's actually not as tough as it may seem. As long as you know the 3 keys to creating a positive difference and start moving things in an upward direction. Key number 1, communicate what you want and not what you don't. If you were coaching a baseball team and your pitcher was struggling late in the game, would you go out to the mound and tell him how terrible he was pitching? Or would you tell him to throw strikes and let our defense take it from there? Have you ever known a manager who gets frustrated and rants about the things their people don't get? When the results don't come, these type of managers focus on what they're not getting from the team, not on what they want. Pure and simple. Those managers who talk constantly to anyone who will listen that their people don't have enough desire, that they don't focus, that they're the wrong people for the job, or maybe they're just not bright enough. That kind of talk is a sure sign of a manager who is clearly communicating the wrong thing. They're communicating everything that people do wrong and pay no attention to any gains or growth that the employee has shown in the process. More than likely, the problem isn't that your team has a learning disability. It's far more likely that the coach of this team has a teaching disability. We all try things that fail once in a while. But a great coach knows that the first step toward fixing a team's problems isn't to blame the team or the players, but to build on some of the things we are doing correctly. The expand and focusing on the strengths of the team, not the weaknesses. Switch things up. Teach your lessons in smaller chunks or in different environments. Sometimes you should even step out of the spotlight and let a team member who understands the subject matter, let them teach it to your team of peers instead. Great coaches stay focused on what they want and not where the team falls short. It's an inner strength of great leaders and one that goes a long way to building trust, credibility with your team. Key number 2, your ego is not your amigo. If you're in a leadership position, you most likely got there because you have a combination of advanced skills, experience, and charisma. And you should be proud of that. But when the pride goes too far, it becomes ego, resulting in inflexibility, stubbornness, and a my way or the highway mentality that kills both morale and productivity. People who are truly secure and confident don't need to prove they're in charge, and they don't need to make it about themselves. Strong coaches know that the mistakes of people they manage don't mean they failed personally. They don't make the success or failures of the people on the team, everything that happens to them as a whole, all about themselves as a coach. Once your team picks up on the fact everything is about you, and they will pick up on it, you're going to lose them. They'll either quit growing or they'll just literally quit. Instead, great coaches treat success and failures pretty similarly. They assess both with an even keel. They find ways to repeat their successes and ways to minimize or eliminate their failures. A winning coach focuses on long-term sustainable success, not just the wins or losses of the day. Remember that it's all about the team, not about you. When you make it more about you, you're headed down a very slippery slope. Key number 3, create a safe place atmosphere. When you mix several different people with different types of personalities together, sometimes there can be a friction. But left unchecked, normal and occasional friction can turn into more damaging behavior like petty jealousy, personal attacks, and even bullying between the team members. Needless to say, these kinds of behaviors destroy the team. Great coaches create a safe place atmosphere for all members of the team by setting clear and unwavering rules about how all members of the team are expected to behave. They make it clear that the team is expected to be supportive of each other at all times, and that rumors, jealousy, insults, and unconstructive criticism will not be tolerated on your team. A great coach must insist that all team members come together in times of crisis and not fall apart. A winning coach will not only immediately correct behavior that isn't conducive to helping and supporting each other, but also takes the opportunity to use any slip-ups or learning experience by pointing out the more constructive ways the team could have dealt with the situation and come together. Your team's safe zone should promote constructive feedback and encourage your team members to behave a step above the normal behavior when things get busy or tough. When you've created a team who understands and willingly participates in treating each other better than normal, you're well on your way to building a team of champions.